Hey guys and welcome, it's Rage Gamer here. Today we're going to talk about the Black Ops 3 SMG called Kuda. We're doing a blessed cast setup, and if you guys want to check out any other Black Ops 3 videos, there'll be plays in the description for the beta and a playlist for all the best class setups if you guys want to check out other ones. And if you guys want to subscribe and if you could leave a like for this video, then that'd be absolutely awesome. Thanks guys. Let's get into today's video. So the Kuda is the first SMG that you get in the SMG class. This thing's really good actually. I was really surprised with how good it is. So basically the first thing you want to do is leave the optics. As I said in my last video, there's optics and attachments as two different categories this time rather than merged into one, and I find the optic on this weapon just kind of ruins it. I actually feel not only is it just I can cope with the iron sight, I actually prefer the iron sight. It's a lot nicer and it looks a lot better, and it's easier to get kills with, I find, than actually an optic. So I would say leave the optic on this weapon. You don't need an optic. And for attachments, I've gone for quick draw. This means that you can aim down sight faster, so you're more likely to get the kill. Suppressor, actually, that's interesting. Now there's two ways you can go with this. You can either go for a long barrel, which increases the range. It's kind of like a muzzle brake or something like that. It increases the range, you can do more damage at further range, but I feel with this weapon you have to be quite close to people, so for that reason I would say use a suppressor, because if you're close to enemies, you're more than likely not close to one, but you're more than likely close to several enemies, so you want to kind of be kind of hidden a bit. So this suppressor is really going to help you. You won't show up on the map. The suppressor is actually quite loud for a suppressor, but it does dampen the noise a little bit. So this suppressor is just good for killing loads of enemies in close proximity. It also means if you want to go on streaks, some enemy can't shoot in the back, or they're less likely to because they won't find you as easily. So the suppressor is really going to be useful there. That's going to be your main key. And then I've also gone with rapid fire. Rapid fire is just going to increase the rate of rounds that are being shot out of the gun, and it means that you can shoot more bullets into your enemy. And to be honest, you don't even really, I wouldn't even say you need any kind of grip or anything. This thing is good on its own. Like I say, you're going to be quite close to the enemy anyway, so I'd say quick draw, suppressor and rapid fire are all you need on the gun. Now like I said, you could go for a long barrel instead of a suppressor, but I prefer the suppressor because, like I say, you can get lots of enemies when they're close together, and that's kind of what you want. Now to get the third attachment, the rapid fire, you have to equip the wild card known as primary gunfighter. That gives you an additional attachment. You can do this several times, but I would say those are all the attachments you need. You don't really need any other ones, just stick with that, I'd say. You don't even need stock because this thing's quite fast. I've left my pistol out. I've then gone for lethal as a frag. For tactical, I've gone for the concussion grenade. I'm still working between the concussion and the flashbang, but I think on this class I do prefer the concussion. Now for perks, we've gone for Sixth Sense. This basically means that you get these little red arrows that shows when you're near to enemies. Like I say, you need to be close with this class. You need to be quite close to enemies. So there's going to be red arrows on the minimap which show where the enemies, like which direction they're in, so it's going to be very useful in actually locating the enemies to help you. And if someone comes up behind you, you'll be able to see with this Sixth Sense perk. The second perk we've gone for in perk 2 is Fast Hands. This means you can swap weapons faster. Now you don't need it in this class, but what you do need for this perk is the aiming down sight faster after sprinting, so that's useful. And also obviously you can reset the fuse throwing back grenades, but that's not really necessary. So all you really want is the whole aiming down sight faster after sprinting thing. And then for perk 3 we've gone for Gung Ho. This basically means that while you're sprinting and sliding and stuff, you can actually hip fire your weapon, and it's just, instead of the weapon going off, you can actually keep it so you can hip fire or something. So this is going to be, I think, quite useful. But alternatively, guys, if you don't like that, then I would also say that awareness is a good perk to hear enemies when, like their footsteps, when you get close to them. So I hope you found this best class setup useful. If you have, let me guys know down in the comment section, and you can obviously leave likes. If you've got an alternative class that you prefer, let me guys know down in the comments as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.